Hello, my friends. It's Heather Nichols here. Let's have a little chat about taking care of yourself, taking care of you and your body. It's always been really fascinating to me that when you really take like radical care of yourself and your body, it's basically kind of a judgeable offense. Like it can actually be something that is very triggering for people around us. People close in our lives might start to resent us or, think that it's not fair or judge us in some way for taking such good care of ourselves. And this is something that I've seen a lot in my own life. I have this weird point of view that I really like to take care of myself and my body. And, I know it's one of those things that inspires a lot of people, and actually a lot of people, I've gotten some backlash basically of just people judging me and, it's sort of like, how dare you, And, first of all, let me just say that self-care and body care is so important, especially these days. There's so much in our environment and in our food and, so many external forces kind of like pushing us to override our awareness of our own bodies, override our desire to care for our own bodies and be like everybody else, And so, there's a lot of chemicals in our world. There's a lot of unnecessary pharmaceuticals. There's a lot of, kind of like ways, like things that are sort of seen as self-care that are more medical, that actually are not really generative for bodies. They're more about supporting a very big business in the United States. And so there's that, but there's also just, the quality of our soil, the quality of our food, and, the quality of our lives spent in front of screens and, just a lot of diminishment in the natural world. So that the food, I think I've heard that like you have to eat like maybe 30 carrots to get the nutrients that you could get from a carrot from, a single carrot from, 25, 30 years ago, something like that. So, to me, it's like to be really actually not just healthy, but like vibrant and alive and really thriving with my body. It requires more presence and care and like generative space for me to be with my body all the time. And it's not about trying to, avoid all the horrible things in the world, because it's not, to me, I also see our bodies as very magical. But it is about just being really present and like dynamically caring for our bodies, that if we don't, we tend to get swept up in a culture of convenience, and everything is instant and everything is fast and everything is computerized, and our bodies don't really get to have a say in, how they would like to be treated and cared for. So it involves a level of courage, I would say, more than ever, to take radical care of our bodies and deeply, deeply care for them. And I wanted to just make a video about this because it's not really something that people talk about. And again, like I said, it's one of those things that is it's so easy for people to judge. Like if you take, I am definitely a professed hedonist. Everything that I eat is phenomenally delicious because why not? I love eating really alive, really healthy, really delicious food. And so if I'm going to take the time to put something in my body, it's going to be yum, and it's going to be like make me feel alive. And if it's not going to, I just would rather not eat. I spend a lot of time moving my body every day. I do bowspring movement every day, as well as either hike or run or something. So I spend, a couple hours moving my body every day. I do cold plunging every day. I do a lot of saunas. I work with my own fascia a lot. I do like self body work, and I do spend a lot of time caring for my body, and it's really fun for me. It's not something that I do because I feel like I have to, or I, am gonna like die if I don't. It's just really fun for me to take such good care of my body. And what occurs is that I get to really enjoy my body. I really, really enjoy my body. Like, it's so much fun for me to have this body. And it's funny because I think I was kind of born that way, and I didn't realize that that's not most people's point of view about their bodies. And I've kind of, I guess maybe it's one of my sort of missions in life to help people to discover that they could actually really enjoy their bodies and have a lot of fun. And it doesn't mean being crazy about your self-care, but it does, to me, it's like, if you enjoy getting massages, why not get more of them? If you enjoy moving your body, why not do it every day? Like, we can create time in our schedule. We can create the money for these things. All of these things show up, the time, the space, the money, from our choice. And that's kind of a story for another time. I have so much content on creation and really how our bodies are very deeply connected with creation. And when we gift our bodies what it is that they're asking for, the money shows up, all of those things just sort of show up as a result of our choice to care for our bodies. But a big part of it is also our choice to be different, because so many of us, you might want to live like a hedonist, but you might not want other people to know that you are, I could probably be posting a lot about a lot of the stuff that I do. I just don't. It's not really because I don't want people to know. It's just sort of like I just am kind of caught up enjoying my life. But, every day I'm doing something really fun with my body, many things that are really fun with my body. And it contributes to my business. It contributes to my money flows, contributes to my relationship, my sex life, like everything. Everything gets greater as I care for my body more. And my body is a huge participant in my business and how I create my business, what I create in my business, and, the money flows and all of that stuff. So it's all connected. And I talk about it a lot, in these videos on YouTube, and then also my Entrepreneurial Biome podcast, which is a deep dive into a lot of this stuff and how it all goes together. To me, this is really about what I call the creation of living, which is the inclusion of your body, the inclusion of pleasure, the prioritization of pleasure and self-care as a central sort of tenet of living. And when we have that, we truly get to create a phenomenal life that's beyond anything that has ever been created before, and we get to truly, truly live with the pleasure and joy of having bodies and being alive. And that's just my invitation to those of you that are crazy enough to take it up and to receive it. So if you would like more, I have all kinds of classes and stuff coming up, private intensives, and I have a fascia lab coming up, which is a big deep dive into self-care of our fascia. The Body Show Me class, the fascia lab is included in Body Show Me. That's going to be an 8-week dive into really developing a different level of communion with our bodies, listening to our bodies in a different way. So many things. So you're invited to come and play and just play with your body and have way more fun. Take radical care of yourself. And if people around you don't like it, oh well. They can be inspired. They can judge. It doesn't matter. You get to have fun with your body. And to me, why not? Like, what else? Why else are we on this planet if not to really deeply and fully enjoy it?